Hey folks, it is Monday night. I'm hoping you can hear me because we're doing this with my iPhone like normal, but my iPhone has been malfunctioning for the last couple days and the sound has not been good, but that was with the regular microphone on the phone itself, but now we're using we're using an external mic plugged into the port, so hopefully it sounds okay. I've got another phone that's going to be here in the next day or two, and then I got to get everything swapped over. So if I miss calls from you guys, be patient with me. It's all I can do to keep from busting it with a hammer. Anyway, we'll move on. All right, so hope you guys had a great weekend. We had a terrific weekend. A lot of really cool stuff going on. The first video from our Magoon sign posted this morning, and we'll have another one on Wednesday.
Sound appears to be okay.
Good. Excellent. So we'll have another episode on Wednesday, and then hopefully we'll get it finished up the following Monday. But anyway, happy with it so far. I really love that white poplar, and especially the heavy stuff. I really love the way that stuff carves. I love the way it looks. I love everything about it. Love the way it smells when I cut it. Anyway, all right, so we got a couple questions today. Actually, several questions, all from Pam Berry. Is Pam here? Anyway, Pam, if you guys that kind of follow the group and stuff, you guys might know that Pam was making some signs for a wedding venue, different places within the wedding venue, different areas. And so she wrote me an email.
She's here.
Hey, Pam, I'm talking about you. So she said, my client finally got me the slabs last weekend to start on the last two signs for the wedding venue. I cut them a little bit longer than I needed, and one is two pieces glued together and the other one is a solid slab that was wide enough not to have to be joined. My issue is, after having both of them sitting here for a week out in the carport, the solid one split a lot. What's the best way to fix this? It is a lot to fill with CA glue. I agree with that. Both sides have split. Attach pictures to show one side, and I'll show you a picture in a second. Could bow ties work here? I never did that before. I don't want them to stand out, so I can use pieces of the cutoff to make the bow ties. They will be hanging outside in the elements. So here is the picture, and I'm not sure how much it's showing up, but there's a pretty good split right here. There's a pretty good split right there. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think these are pretty good sized boards. Pam can fill us in on that, whatever size they are. But she indicated that they split a lot. I think she sent me more than one picture, but this was the best one that I had. So let me give you some of my thoughts on that. First of all, I do absolutely agree that CA glue to fill cracks like that is that's just a lot, especially if they go all the way through. I think that would just take too much.
36 by 15.
Yeah, that's pretty good sized boards. So, but it's interesting that, and Pam, answer me this: did the other board split? The one that was two boards joined together? I'm kind of curious about that. But anyway, so I agree that CA glue is definitely not the way to go. Now, as far as bow ties, I've never done a bow tie. I think they look fantastic. I think they look really cool. In fact, I like them when they're an opposite color, light table, dark bow ties, or vice versa. However, bow ties are really made to leave the split there and not let it split anymore. And I think they're perfect for that.
What type of wood was it?
This wood, I believe, is oak. But I might be wrong on that. Pam will...
Nope, Pam said nope, the other one, it is fine. So I don't know if there were two of them.
Oh, yeah, there was two boards.
Poplar.
So Oh, it's poplar.
Oh, no.
Gosh.
No.
Okay.
Ash.
Ash. Okay, I knew it was some kind of hardwood. Ash. I haven't worked with ash a lot, but it's got some spalting in it, which is really cool. But
That shelf that we did in the bedroom is ash.
oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't. Yeah, that was just
That was
a
mine,
shelf.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't carve it. Anyway, it's a cool looking board. So it's interesting that the one that was the two boards joined together didn't split, but the solid one did. That's interesting. Anyway, to get back to the bow ties. So my feeling on bow ties, I love the way they look. I think they're very functional, but from a signage standpoint, at least the way I do signs, not really practical. And the reason is I like bow ties in furniture, in tabletops and benches and maybe even chair bottoms, whatever. I like the way the bow ties look, but they're made to keep the crack and keep it empty and not fill it, because you don't fill it because you're putting a bow tie in. That keeps it from cracking anymore. In my opinion, that doesn't work. It doesn't translate well from a sign standpoint, because almost everything I do, I spray my background or I spray the inset letters or whatever, and I want that surface completely filled and no cracks or anything, because if you have any cracks in there at all and you spray either for layout or for your background or your carving, those little cracks are going to end up being black, and if you're spraying black, and that's just not conducive for what I do. So I don't think bow ties is the way to go. I don't think it's the way I would.
Says, what's a bow tie? He only knows of one on a Chevy.
Good answer, Danny.
Richard Barclay said, I don't know what you mean by
okay,
bow tie.
so a bow tie, and if you watch any woodworking stuff,
Go
a bow
to
tie.
the stump shop.
Yeah, go to the Stump Shop on Instagram.
Yeah, Vic does a lot of those.
Yeah, does a lot of them. So basically, when you've got a crack, they cut a little piece of wood that is shaped like a bow tie, and then they inlay it. They literally use a chisel, or you can use a router for part of it, and inlay it. And then they sand off the surface so that angle of the bow tie, keeps that split from opening up. Honestly, if you just Google the word bow tie wood,
bow tie,
split
on
stopper
YouTube.
bow tie, you'll see. And you've seen them before, you just didn't know what they were, I'm sure. Anyway, I just don't think that they're applicable for this situation. And then she said glue and sawdust. I think glue and sawdust is a great way to fill. I don't have any problems with. I've done that before. Not normally on big, huge cracks like this. Generally I cut them off. But that's because it's material that I had. This is a customer's material. So my suggestion, I think the best way to go is what I did on a couple of recent videos of number 492 and number 501, where I took epoxy resin and I mixed it with sawdust and made kind of like a paste. I did that on the shelves. I did that on part 6 of my shop sign, where I had some stuff I had to fill. And
it gives you more work time too than using glue.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But there have been people that have used that 5-minute epoxy too. That 5-minute 2-part epoxy. Gorilla Glue makes one, and there's some others too. But there's some people that have used that for filling. But that would be my choice, is to mix epoxy and sawdust, super fine sawdust, and make a paste out of it. And I think it works terrific. I've done it a couple times now, and actually on the shelves, if you remember, I mixed red in with it, and I think it just looks really, really cool. And I think that if you mix it with the sawdust that you have from this, Pam, the ash sawdust, it'll probably be not very noticeable, hopefully. So that would be my my recommendation. The other thing, and then when I suggested that to Pam, Pam got back to me and says, yeah, but is that good for outside? Because these signs will be outside. And it absolutely is good for outside as long as you put an exterior finish over the top of it. So remember, epoxy resins by themselves, or at least the ones that we use, Total Boat stuff, is not necessarily good for outside unless you put an exterior finish on top of it. In fact, we've got a product that I need to do some stuff with, Halcyon, which is a varnish that Total Boat makes that goes on the top of epoxy resin. So that was my recommendation. I think you guys maybe ought to play around with that, even if you just take some scrap for future use, if in case you have something that opens up on you. And that happens, at least it happens to me a lot in the summertime. So get some, take a little bit, an ounce or so of epoxy resin, mix it with some sawdust, and fill some gaps and holes and cracks and stuff. Just get used to working with it before you have to do it on a customer sign. I think it's probably a good thing to do.
So Scott Christian is saying that we should have with all these guys have our own Facebook page. Josh Scholson call it Make a Wood Sign Minions.
Got our own minions. Well, I never have started a group. All of the groups that, well, I won't say all of them, but there are several groups on Facebook, Sign Carvers for Newbies and different ones. A lot of them seem to have originated with people that started watching me and got into it. And I kind of leave that to you guys. I think it's a great idea. I don't have any problem with it at all. I think it's a great idea. I just never have gone in to do that, to actually make a group. But I'm absolutely, I'd be happy and honored to be associated with it. I'm part of a bunch of other groups, so that would be cool. You guys that are all high tech that know how to do those groups, I don't even know how to make a group. I know how to ask to be part of a group, but I don't know how to make a group. Anyway, it's funny. I've got a YouTube channel, but I don't know how to make a group. I know. My daughter's over there laughing at me too. Vicky's laughing behind the camera. Anyway, I don't think it's a bad idea at all. I think it's a great idea. All right, so let me know what you guys think. I would, but anyway, if you guys haven't tried the fill with resin and sawdust, man, it's cool.
Just make it thick.
Yeah, make it like peanut butter, the consistency of peanut butter. It works really good. All right, so next, we are going to talk about apostrophes or commas. One's low, one's high. Anyway, over the years, people have told, have requested and suggested that I show how I do the apostrophes. Huh? No, you don't need to. How I do the apostrophes. I've been doing it for so long, I just do it because I've done probably 100,000 of them. But I understand, that when you're starting out, having something to go by makes sense. We have never really made anything. Well, we have, but not really officially. We've just kind of played around with it. So, I got a question the other day. Can you make some apostrophes and make them a product? So what we've decided to do is we have now added a product line, and I don't know, you need to let me know.
You're fine, just stay right there.
We now have a pack of apostrophes. So there are 4 different sizes here. These are the apostrophes that you would use for 1-inch letters, 1.5-inch letters, 2-inch letters, and 3-inch letters. Now, whether you use, maybe that one's not big enough for you for 1-inch letters, use them whatever you want. But anyway, are these on the website yet?
No.
Okay. They'll be on the website very soon. But anyway, so now we actually have a pack of apostrophes. Now, I will say, if you're going and you're spraying your layout and you're using these little apostrophes, man, you better have a light touch with that spray can, because they will fly. Probably even the 1.5 inches. So there's 5 each of the 4 different sizes, and we're selling those for $5 for the pack.
Nick Ward said, I would think a set of punctuations for each font would be great. There's 6 different punctuations in every set for each font.
Yeah, we have punctuations, 6 different ones. The question mark, apostrophe, ampersand, apostrophe, question mark, the pound sign, the ampersand, the exclamation point,
the cent,
and the cent sign,
and the dollar sign.
And the dollar sign. So we have those. Those are there. They're on the website. We've made those all along, but we've never done the apostrophe. So anyway, the pack of 20 apostrophes, 5 of 4 different sizes, is $5. It'll be on the website soon. If you want to order it before it's on the website, write Vicky an email. And is that what you want them to do? We didn't really talk about that.
Hashtags are basically the same as the pound sign. They're in the sets.
Yeah. We used to call them the tic-tac-toe sign, but if you're
then
old,
it was pound sign, and
then
now
it was pound.
Hashtag,
now it's hashtag.
Let's see. Tessa said, "I know you love what you're doing. Love doing what you do." The guy came over again. The one that she's teaching how to carve.
Oh yeah.
He made an amazing sign. I'll send you pictures.
Oh, fantastic. That's so cool.
But I was just amazed at his ability to carve. He told me it's easy when he has a good teacher. So thanks for teaching me so I can teach someone else.
That just lights me up. That is so cool, Tessa. I'm so proud of you, sweetie. That's fantastic. That's one of the best things about what I do. Not only to be able to pass it on to you guys, but knowing that you guys pass it on to other people. Man, that is just the coolest. The coolest. Fantastic. Yeah, definitely send me that picture, Tessa. I can't wait to see it. All right. Sign carvers of the day, boys and girls.
Pam Berry said thank you for all your help.
You're absolutely welcome, Pam. I'm happy to do it. All right. Here we go. Ready? Donald Spicer. Check that out.
Hold it down just there.
So that's he used a profile, the carving liner, and it says something else, but I don't know what this means. Our We the People template. That's what it meant. I put WTP, and I was like, what the heck does that mean? I knew what it meant at the time. So that's our We the People template. Just spectacular.
Very nice. Very cool.
Spectacular, Donald. I absolutely love it. That is just so cool. Roy Gilbreth, his very first sign. So good job, Roy. Stay with it, buddy. For that board, and I can look at that board and I can see it's an old piece of construction lumber. And that's the thing, guys. When you're using old construction lumber, you can only do so good. I couldn't hold a pretty good line with a construction lumber. So stay with it, Roy. Get some better wood and you'll get much better results, buddy. Great job. Kathy Stroman. So,
she's the one. She's in the UK.
Is she?
Yes, she's the one that we sent her that package June 7th or something like that.
Oh, and she still hasn't got it. Oh,
it's in the UK somewhere.
USPS is killing us. We stopped shipping USPS, but even some of the ones that
international USPS.
USPS International is just absolutely horrible. But sorry, Kathy. I hope your stuff shows up soon. Great sign, though. Good job. Very nice. Colin Freestone, another very first sign from England.
Very cool.
Put a neat little doggy on there. Good job, Colin. Terrific. I think I've talked to him several times. And last but not least, Manny Lopez Jr. Nice little picture frame.
Aww,
Nicely done.
like that.
Nicely done. Very nice. Looks like it's oak to me, or a hardwood of some kind. Very nice, Manny. Great job, buddy. Very nice. I don't know if that's oak. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, very nice. All right, boys and girls, have we got any questions? Anything I need to answer for you?
My thing kind of froze up. Josh Tolson says, I'm I'm assuming he means create a website for fonts. I'm going a great website for fonts last night called fontmeme.com. Oh, he must have gone to this website.
Oh.
They have lots of fonts from movie poster titles, sports teams, comic books, etc.
Really?
I use the font to generate the generator to make names for my kids using Disney font. I cut vinyl stencils, those so it might not work for everybody, but
Wow,
yeah, that's one of the
cool.
websites.
And it's called what? Font Meme?
Font Meme.
Font Meme. Yeah, I've never heard of it. You've seen it then?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about it. Okay.
Let's see. Cardboard UPS kills me here. Who's better? Who would you rather go with? UPS, USPS, FedEx?
Domestically, I still think from a small package standpoint, Priority Mail, USPS, Priority Mail is still our choice by far. If I'm shipping a big sign, a lot of times UPS will be better and cheaper, but international, neither one of them. Well, actually, I take that back, because international now, we ship USPS, because we do all of our international stuff now through eBay, and I'm glad you brought that up, because now we do all of our international stuff through eBay. So
eBay's global shipping.
Yeah, they have a global shipping program. So anybody that's listening international, if you want to order anything from us, we found that even through customers, that it's half or less, it appears to be, than the charges going through DHL.
We have a question. Deanna Ginkle says, I know you've talked about this before, but how difficult is it to carve hickory? Customer has a big ingrained piece, bark all the way around, wants a loom on it.
Hickory is tough. Hickory, I have. If you go to my channel search and you just type in hickory in the channel search, you'll see I did carve hickory. Hickory is
Bruce
tough.
Peter
man.
says Diane G or Deanna G. Eric says he'll never carve hickory again.
I was gonna say something about the loon, and you got to be loony, but But yeah, hickory is very hard.
So Robert Spalding says the last letter you sent arrived in North Carolina, so some USPS is running good. Thank you for the picture and autograph.
You're absolutely welcome, Bob. Happy to do it, buddy. Yeah, that got there quick.
Yeah.
Wow. Very fast, like
days.
a day or two. But yeah, hickory, Deanne, hickory, man, that is just, it's like carving concrete. It's really, really hard.
So,
if you are going to do it, and again, so let me give you a couple thoughts. Number one, it's the customer's board. If it's the customer's board, you have to say right up front before you even try that I cannot guarantee that something's not going to go wrong with this board. What if it splits open, something chips out, whatever. So the customer has to sign off on that. I'm not saying sign a contract, but has to know that in case that happens. Number two, if you are going to carve it, I suggest go multiple depths, like no more than 1/8 of an inch at a time, maybe 1/16 of an inch at a time. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it.
So Bruce Peter told Tessa, I'm sure your carving skills just grew beyond measure, as teaching someone else a new skill basically forces you to up your game, so you can show and demonstrate. So congratulations,
Yep.
Tessa.
Bruce Peter knows.
Bruce knows, yeah.
Bruce is a great teacher. Taught a lot of people. Yeah, that's so cool. It's one thing.
See?
What?
Justin Hellickson, do you do pictures and autographs? I want one.
We had a special request for an autographed picture, and yes, we do. So, actually, we need to find out, can we do it digitally? Could we do that?
I don't know.
Well, then it wouldn't be a real autograph, though. Yeah. we'll talk about that. You know, and you know, we don't have any problem autographing whatever. The only problem that we did for Bob and Melinda, literally we printed out a picture. I gave it to Dad. We laminated it. We signed it. Well, we signed it, then we laminated it, and then we shipped it out. But you know, honestly, it cost us the lamination thing, and it cost us $8.50 to ship. So whether we could do that free for everybody, that gets a little dicey. But if you want to pay for shipping, then I don't know.
Okay,
Vicky's shaking her head. She's giving me the stink eye. So we will talk about this. Vicky and I will have a conversation about it.
No, don't be sorry, Robert.
No, not at all. Not at all. We were happy to do it, Bob.
We did it for Melinda, not you anyway. Melinda's right below him. Anything for you, Melinda.
Anyway, I can't even remember what the heck I was talking about.
We're wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. Yeah, we've gone way long. So
good night, Tim.
Tomorrow will be another Facebook Live repeat. Did I tell you what? On the apostrophes. If you want to see how I cut apostrophes, real quick, Facebook Live. This is on YouTube, but it was a replay of Facebook Live 6/6/20 on YouTube, and also LTS 1/27/18.
Pam, yes, we would. She said, would you include it with an order? Autograph.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Justin, of course, I'd pay for that. Frank says, don't overcommit your business manager. Thank you, Frank.
She hates when I do that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Because I can't smack him on camera.
Yeah, because I have a buffer.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
All right, Vicky's giving me the cutoff. So, all right, you guys, thanks so much. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Please send me questions. Email me, eric@makeawoodsign.com. And questions for Vicky, vicky@davesigns@gmail.com. And we will see you guys tomorrow night. Yeah. Love you guys.
Bye.
Have a great night. Bye.